Hello friends, my name is Jeff, I'm a wizard, welcome to my channel. This is a pick a card to help you manage being gay better or manage people around you who are gay. I made another video yesterday where I rant and talk about some stuff, so please check that out. Well, we'll put the link in the description box. And this is going to be the pick a card section, so I'm going to read your cards. I'm going to use this tarot book that I just got, one of the best gifts from this year, the Wizard's Tarot from the Wizard of Barge. On Kickstarter, I think you find him. Or her. I'm not sure if it's I shouldn't assume. So, really nice cards, I will show you. These are the 4 piles to choose from. I chose not to show you the first card this time, just to switch it up. Use your instinct to choose which pile you need to listen to, then go to the timestamps in the description box and in the comment section, and then I will meet you there. So I have 4 piles to choose from. This is pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. Choose the one that stands out to you, and then I will meet you at your group and I will read your cards. That's it. I have nothing more to say. So have a great reading, and then I will see you around. Bye. Have a nice day. This is awkward. I need to work on this. Okay, bye. Hello, group number 1. Let's read your cards. I have 4 cards. The first card I see is the 7 of Cups. Cups here are the Pentacles. Okay. Then I have the Knight of Beasts. This beautiful head guy. Beasts are wands here, so let's put it that way. The 8 of Beasts. I need to look at the cards myself, I haven't seen them all. I never go through them when I get a new deck. I like to be surprised. Okay, there's also 8 of Wands. Also Wands. And then I have the Hermit. I love this card here. He's so sad, look at him. Crying. And this upside down. Okay. Give me a second here. I think the order is the other way, because I put them down like this. So we're starting with this Hermit card. Coming out of isolation, you don't want to be alone anymore. Very easy. You've been this guy, and you're working hard to get out of that. Yeah, you're working hard on that. You really want to go out and get some, or to see more people. I really feel this is about this Hermit card is not about you per se being alone, all alone at home. This is about being sort of locked out from the people or the places you wanna go. You know, I can relate. I've had this most of my life, being gay, but not feeling I fit in with both straight or gay people, like feeling very out of sorts in both places, and also having a lot of trouble getting into that world, finding friends, having fun, going out. I feel like I never got that, not really. And the moment that it did happen, I had a bad experience. Let's just put it that way. But I'm a bit at the same place where you're at right now. I'm also trying to get myself out of this hermit mode again. I've been very isolated inside. My sex life is completely stopped or non-existent right now, which is good. I'm being creative, like in other ways. But anyways, enough about me. I just wanted to say I relate. I'm here. I also want to not be a hermit anymore. Then this 8 of Beasts is talking to me. It's about like manifestation, but look, this is a bit how you feel having to you have fear of reaching out or going out and getting it. You feel like it's very difficult for some reason, or it's very painful. I want to say almost painful. Not the actual going out and getting it, but the thinking about it. Thinking about what you want, and then thinking about how you're going to get that feels painful. Like, I don't know if this is memories, but I think it's more you're afraid to expect what you really are hoping for, because of so much disappointment. That can be in many ways, but one thing I'm sort of picking up is this disappointment, or no, more like you've already lowered your expectations considerably. So let's say you're gay, boy or girl, and then you already have to deal with that there's not that many places to go out, there's not that many people around to relate to, or to have fun with in this way. So you already have to deal with what you can get or what is possible. And I think you became very disencouraged, like, is that a word? Disheartened? Like you don't believe it's, you really don't have high hopes for this. You want to go out, you want to go do the things you want to do, you want to go live your life, you want to meet people, you want to have fun, like like normal people, straight people do, right, all the time. But it's you're not having a lot of expectations anymore, you don't have high hopes. So the Knight of Beasts is saying the same. Normally this knight is somebody with fast action, goes for it, no hesitation. You're completely the opposite. You have this, it's like this. It's like you think about it, there's the joy, there's a want, you feel it, or a desire, you feel desire, and then immediately, or the next phase in your thinking, like the how am I going to get that, or can I get that? When you go to that phase, there's already a block, or it hurts. So you have this need, this desire, and then immediately you halt, or there's nowhere to go. Like, okay, this is it. Let's say you're this knight and you have this passion, desire, and you want to go out. You want to go do something with that, right? You want to get it on. You want to get laid, whatever. But that's not possible. You feel like this knight, and then you get this energy, and then you have to always look at like, oh no, I can't have it. Oh no, it's not possible now. Or no, there's things in a way, or you had bad experiences. So there's just a block, and I don't think it's even. I don't think this is even a big confidence block, or a self-esteem thing, or you being all in your head and making nightmares that aren't there. No, I think this is a real situation where what you want is just very hard to obtain, or very hard to find. I'm not saying that's the reality, but I mean, I'm saying that you're not wrong for feeling this way. You're not doing it to yourself. You're not making yourself sad. You're not keeping yourself in this position. No, it's just been very sucky, and it's just been not easy. Yeah. So then, this is how you feel when you want to go out and you want to, maybe you go on a dating profile, maybe you want to take a step into the world. It just looks like these angry faces at you, or you feel very small, you feel very judged, maybe. I don't think it's the judgment here. I think it's more just this feeling of, I have no idea where to start, what to do with any of this, right? You have no idea. You really want some stuff, you really have desires, but then when you go out, let's say, this is the gay scene, these are the parties, this is the possibilities. It just all feels very not what you're looking for, not your thing. So how are we going to fix this? Because I'm kind of there with you, like it's just. See, that's the thing. I don't think we need to fix this. I don't think we can fix this. Or, of course we're going to fix this. Of course you're going to get laid. We're going to get it on. But I mean, there is nothing I can do to come in your situation and just give you some words and that is going to make it better. This is not a problem that we're going to solve by making you more confident, by making you a better, more proactive in things, or this is not a simple thing of pick up the phone or go on a dating profile, get out there, do your thing. No, I feel it's the opposite. I think that is the reflex you would want to have here, or people might say to you, is like, come on, just take a chance, go out there, take a leap of faith, dive off that cliff, take a chance, try some things, try some dates. That would be the normal response. And I think we have to say no to that. No. Because that is what's gotten you into this situation in the first place. You going out, trying some things, you went out, you tried some things, you really tried hard. I feel like you've been trying hard to get to where you want to go or really meet your desires. And in the past, it's just been not very successful. Or at least it's really dampened your spirit here. And the point I'm making is that is the problem. That the problem is not an adjustment you need to make or something you need to do differently in the outside world. No, the problem is more that you want to do this and then you collide with this wall, or you stumble onto this block of pain, of sadness. Yes, I think that's where we need to start here, group one. This is what we need to accept. You have been hurt, you have been disappointed. It's been really not a fun road. Going out, meeting people, having fun, being your young self. No, and really has not been. And I feel that is a pain that goes deeper than you want to admit. Maybe I don't know how old you are, but maybe there are people here who have been out and about for 10, 20 years. So it's not from a lack of trying or from I lost my train of thought for a second. I think it was a good thought. That's why I'm blocking. But anyways, let's start again. So this is where we are. This is just, you are still carrying grief around and you're still carrying some hurt around. Now, I hear what you're saying, Jeff. Like, do you want me to go cry now? Do you want me to write in my diary? Do you want me to mope about this? Yes, I want you to do that. And let's make it easier. You don't even have to be crying, feeling this deep, like, oh my God, this is so painful. No. But you do have to sort of accept where you are right now, and that is, you're not happy, you're not satisfied, you're not disgruntled, you're not optimistic, you don't have a lot of courage. You don't see it, and that's where you are. That's very important. That's where you are. Stop forcing yourself to, come on, let's get happy, let's put the negativity behind me, let's just make the best out of the situation, let's go make it happen. I think that is what's blocking you the most right now. I think you're pushing yourself to do something that you already know is not fun. And that's where your problem is. And I think if you approach now the same problem with the opposite attitude, so you want to go out, you want to meet your desires, fine, but we start with, I'm not in the mood for it, or I really don't see any hope, or I'm not motivated, or this just makes me feel bad. And I'm just sad. That's where you are. So that's where we start. I want to go out and get some, but really I'm completely lacking any courage, or it just makes me feel very sad. That's where you are. Accept that, start there. And then take a little step forward. And you're gonna see it's gonna change everything. So I'm going to give you a simple example. Let's say you're going to go out to a party, or more simple, you're going to try to go on a dating profile again. instead of going on that dating profile, dating app and or website with this attitude of, come on, I really want it. Let's just be optimistic. I can't bring my negativity here. That's wrong. So you're gonna go to the dating profile, and first you're gonna say, I don't have high hopes for this. I'm scared of this. I don't know what I'm up for, and I'm really nervous about it. And then you open the dating app, and then you see what's out there, and then you see what is nice or what is not nice. It's important that you adjust your expectations. So you go on this dating app with the expectations with low expectations, and that's fine. You just say, I'm not feeling it. I don't know if anything is going to happen, but I'm going to give it a try because I really want to. I think you have it somewhere in your head that is a bad way to go about it. That you think that it's exactly this sort of mopey or sad attitude is what's giving you these bad results, but it's you fighting that. It's you rubbing against yourself this way. So you feel this way, but you're acting like you're not. You have low expectations, but you're forcing yourself to have really high expectations or make it happen. And that's where it's not gonna work. If you really are disheartened and you really don't believe in it, or you really have bad experiences, and you're gonna go and you go out with the energy of, I'm gonna make it happen, this is it, I'm gonna find the right person, or I'm gonna have the best time ever, it's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. You feel it as I'm saying it, how that doesn't work. You get exactly where you start with in the evening then. Because you're resisting it. You're resisting this bad feeling, this disappointment, so you get more of it. This time, you start with there. And it's not about being pessimistic or negative, it's about being honest. It's about starting where you are. And that's what positive manifestations, manifesting or using positivity, Abraham Hicks, The Secret, right? They all say you start where you are. So if you're very sad, if you're very lonely, if you're afraid, that's where you are. So that's where you start. Then you say, I feel this sad. You don't go into it, you don't analyze it to death, you don't say, why am I feeling sad? You say, this is how I'm feeling. I'm going to try to do this little thing and see what happens to make myself feel a little bit better. I'm gonna go on a dating app, I'm gonna go on a date, see what happens. I'm feeling shit, who knows, right? Not a lot of expectations, no pressure, you're not pressuring yourself to feel better, you're not pressuring yourself to make anything happen, and that's going to translate very well to the outside world because you're just not connecting right now because you're not connecting with yourself. And we all know how it feels when another person, so let's say you're feeling bad and then you go out and you want to make it happen, you meet that person, you're putting that pressure on that person. They feel that and things don't go so well. I hope you see how it's the trying to get out of that bad energy that is keeping you there. So this is what we're gonna do, group one. We accept where we are. We accept that we've been this. We don't want to be that anymore. We accept that it's scary and it feels like it's. We have no idea how to do it. We really don't have a lot of courage, and it feels like it's not going to be a very positive mission, or it's not going to bring a lot of results, or we're very skeptical, and that's fine. That's where we are. That's who we are. That's where we're going to start. And now we're going to try to make it a little bit better. We're going to say, and really group one, I'm going to say it for you again. This has not been easy. This has made you very sad. Rightfully so. This would make anybody sad. This makes people feel lonely, not valued, misunderstood. If you can't connect with people, if you're not finding a place where you can have fun and relax and be yourself and meet people and explore with that, if that is on hold, if your puberty is on hold, if your whole sexual exploration is on hold, that hurts, that hurts, that hurts. I'm so sorry. That is a desire that builds, and when that desire suddenly becomes bitter and sad. And we fight that feeling because we feel that it's, oh no, this is bad. I don't want this. I don't want to be this sad person. I don't want to feel like this anymore. That's fine to want, but start with where you are. And this is how I feel. I wish to not feel like this anymore. But start where you are, take a deep breath and accept it first. Don't feel this feeling as you're like, oh no, I don't want it, I need to get it away, because that's just gonna give you the same thing. Whatever you resist persists, right? Yeah. So just be honest to yourself. Like, you're gonna go on a date and you want something good to happen, or you like the person but you're just not feeling confident or lucky, then say that to yourself. I'm really not feeling confident or lucky. I don't know if this is gonna end. I really don't have high hopes for this. That's where you are. That's honesty. And one last quick warning there is, when you start where you are, when you're stating this is how I feel, really try to see the difference between stating what is happening where you are and ruminating, going into it. You can say, okay, I'm feeling sad, and then you can recall all the times you felt sad and pile that on each other, but that's not the point. You're just saying, I'm feeling sad now, period. Don't go into why, don't go into how it feels, don't go into how bad it feels, don't go into how long you've been feeling this way, but do accept where you are. Okay. Group 1. I hope it helps. That was your message. If you like a private reading, please contact me via my email or via Etsy. The links are in the description box. I hope to hear from you and your business. I don't know. I get so weird when I'm doing these intros and outros. It's weird talking alone to a camera. Bye. Hello, group 2. Wait, I'm gonna have to think because I got the order wrong in the last group. So, group 2. We start with the 4 of Beasts here. Beautiful. He looks hot. It's upside down. Not hot. 4 of Wands. Victory, celebration. Oh, it's a marriage card. But there's no marriage here, which I like, because I don't see the 4 of Wands as I see it as a personal victory, as winning something or a milestone. But it's upside down, so you're a loser. Give me some time here. Knight of Swords. Impulsive, chopping people's heads off. It's also upside down. Okay, then the Wheel of Fortune. That's a cool card. I haven't seen this card. I like these cards. Nice colors. It's a weird smiley. It doesn't look so weird when you look closer. It's a skeleton, but from a little bit farther, it's just a weird smiley. That's cool. And then the last card is the 6 of Swords. What was it? Like this? Okay. 6 of Swords. And then upside down. Okay. So what is the story here, group 2? I'm not getting anything yet. I'm getting kind of similar vibes from group 1 in a way. The story I'm getting is this. You're this guy and something failed. I think your relationship failed. Or you're not getting the success you want, or you're not at the place where you want to be, but I'm getting more the first thing. I'm getting more a relationship failed, or something failed. And then I see here, first I wanted to say, this is you doing this to yourself. It's like something failed and you're really coming hard at yourself. It's like you are chopping your own head off. You're really angry at yourself. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah, you really are coming down hard on yourself, or you really are It's like you're failing or something is not working out, and you are really, I don't want to say angry at yourself. It's more like you're you're angry, and all this energy is going inwards to yourself. Yeah, okay, no. I wanted to add, maybe it's other people, but no. This is you. I'm gonna stick to this. And then I'm getting here, this Wheel of Fortune. I'm feeling that this is difficult, group 2. For some reason, every time I want to say my first thoughts, and then I'm holding back, and I'm overthinking this. I think that's what you are doing. You are overthinking every impulse you have, every little idea you have, every little thing you do. You're overthinking it, you're holding back, you are recalibrating. So it's like you're stuttering. You know, instead of moving forward, like I just did, like I was reading the cards, that's how you do. You know, very annoying, very like, thinking. It's like I have the first thought, then I have thinking another thoughts, and then I have to correct myself. No, go back to the first thought, right? It's just a lot of disruption on the line here. You're very doubtful, and that's, okay, now I'm getting this card. Normally this is fast action, you just making a decision, impulsiveness. You're completely on a brake, or it's like the you know, that the brake on a bike can be a little bit sticky. That's you, and this feels like you really want to win. You really want something good to happen, and you're kind of stuck here. On one point, you're thinking, "Oh, this is it's a matter of luck. It's a matter of timing. It's a matter of waiting." It feels out of your control, so it feels like Lady Luck has something to do with it, or you're just waiting for things to change or something to come along on your path. And at the same time, you really, really want to win, so it's like you're forcing it. It's like, no, you're not forcing it, you're standing in the way of it, but it's like this. So you're waiting for something good to happen. You feel like you're a bit of like not in control here, right? And yet, every little thing you do, or every little thing you think, you're being super hard on yourself, or you're doubting yourself. So it's weird. It's like at one point you say, I have no control. This is like, I can't do anything. I'm hoping for something better, or for time to bring me something new, or the wheel to spin, right? You're there. And at the same time, you are overlooking at every little word you say, every little thing you do, every little thought you have, in fears of negatively impacting your chances, right? So you want something to happen so badly from the outside world, and when it's not happening, it's like you are thinking, what did I do wrong? And is it this that I'm doing wrong? Should I be doing something else? Should I have done that? Did I go off past somewhere? It's constantly, you're constantly in this tornado of looking at yourself, trying to do the right thing, trying to get out of this, right? It's a bit of a desperation, and at the same time, it's weird. It's like, yeah, you're desperate, you want to do something, but you can't. So you don't feel control, you don't know what to do, you feel very in the hands of fate. And at the same time, you are kicking yourself for every little thing that maybe you did wrong, or that's not going right, because you're not seeing the results. You don't see the results, you don't see you don't see any results, you don't see anything new happening, and you are really thinking, what did I do wrong? Was it this? Should I be doing this? Should I be doing that? Would that help me? Maybe this will help me. See what I mean? You're making yourself crazy here. And I have the Six of Swords. This is interesting. Normally Six of Swords upright is you letting go, stepping in the boat, or it's knowledge. It's end of okay. So guys, why is nothing happening? Again, why is nothing happening? Why are you in this weird limbo phase, and you seem to be stuck. It's like you feel punished almost. You feel like, why am I doing wrong? How can I get out of this? Well, I'm going to tell you how to get out of this. You are stuck. The wheel is not turning. This is interesting. The wheel is not turning because in a way you are right. You are right. Your feeling is right. Your instinct is right. That it is something that you are doing or not doing that is stopping this wheel from spinning. You're right. It's waiting for you. Okay? But there's not something you need to do. This is not about action you need to take. This is about... normally, in another deck, this Six of Swords is the swords lying in a cross. And it's called knowledge. And I think that's beautiful because instead of you having to let go, it means you coming to a point where you understand the situation completely, there's nothing to be learned, or you really figure out why something is, or you learn your lesson and you can move on. So moving on is not about choosing, like I'm letting go, I'm getting in the boat, I'm leaving it all behind. No, it's about you learning what you need to learn, and there's something that happened in what happened, what failed, or what went before this. There's something that you are not accepting yet, or you're not understanding yet. It's like you the wheel is holding because you need to learn something here. It's waiting for you to put that final sword there and get the full knowledge. So there's something here that you're still not understanding right. You need to really take time here or just let it rest for a second, because first of all, it's waiting for you. There's nothing you can do to ruin your chances. This is just waiting for you. Time is a weird concept, and it's very individual. So you're in your own little time bubble here. So don't worry, nothing has gone wrong, nothing is going wrong, you are not ruining chances, you're not missing anything. It's kind of like you're being held in this bubble because you want to move on way too fast. Something failed here and you just want to go, you just want to move on. But there's something here that you still need to look at, that you still need to learn, or that... And it's important because it's something you need to get what you want, so that when the wheel is not spinning right now because you haven't collected the right stepping stones to move forward, right? So it's like you're in a gaming level and you come at the end and the door is closed. Oh no, I have to go back. I missed something. I missed a treasure chest somewhere. I missed some information. I still need to go find the key. That's kind of where you are. So stop being so angry at yourself or fighting yourself. It's like thinking you need to do something, or you need to force that door, or you're at the wrong door, or what is going on. No, it's kind of like sitting in the silence and sitting still and taking more time to process what has happened. You just need more time to process what has happened, and this is not difficult. It's gonna come, but you need to sit your ass down and let it come. And let knowledge come. And I really think this is an emotional problem. I think really you are blocking some emotions here. Something really failed and it upset you, it hurt you, it affected you a lot more than you want to admit. So you need to deal with that first before this wheel is gonna spin. So yes, you're doing something to prevent this wheel from spinning. You feel that, right? But it's nothing about doing the right thing or calling the right person or finding the right job or whatever. No. This is really about you dealing with what happened. There's something you need to learn here. There's something that's not sinking in right. And it's gonna be a positive thing in the end. Once you get it, it's gonna be like, oh. And you're gonna feel stronger moving forward. But right now, you're moving forward feeling very weak, feeling very hurt from this. and you're running away from this with the wrong idea. So that's why you're not moving forward, because you're running away from this with the wrong idea. And the problem is, and the good thing is, the idea you have right now is way worse, or it's making you feel worse than the real idea. So once you get this knowledge, once you deal with this, you're gonna feel better about yourself and moving forward. Yep. Sit your ass down, watch a movie, and learn how that magic works. When you go on Netflix, look at the recommended, choose the first thing that pops up to you, or that you're like, this is weird that they're recommending me this. Do stuff like that, and then the answer is gonna come to you. We don't really have to do a lot of this work ourselves if we just are quiet and let the world around us help us. We're gonna get songs, movies, books, articles, YouTube videos with exactly the information you need, with exactly the healing you need, okay? You need to be open and looking for it. And right now you're not open, you are looking inward and kicking yourself. It's like you're closed off from the outside world. You are fighting yourself. And I think whatever happened is you blame yourself, or you're putting a lot of anger on yourself. And I don't think that's right. I don't think you reached, no, I know you didn't reach the right conclusions. So listen to some music, watch a movie, let the healing come, and then the wheel will spin again. Don't worry. It can be tricky to have to deal with these pain or these. But again, it's gonna feel like you don't want to go into it. It's like, I don't want to make this worse, or I don't want to look at it again. But you're gonna feel better. It's like you are refusing to see something there. I hope that helps. Please let me know if you find the missing piece or the knowledge that makes things flow again. And really, I've had this many times when it clicks, and it always clicks when I'm doing my work, when I'm writing in my journal, when I take a long bath, and when I talk to myself, when I take the time to listen to my emotions, deal with it, deal with the anger. Suddenly something clicks, you understand something, you accept something, and the next day everything flows. The air goes back, things move, messages come through, you get job offers. It's crazy. So let's just look forward to being in that phase. And really, this is not going to take long, but you need to stop pushing yourself. Thank you. Group 2. If you want private readings, please contact me. My email is down below, or you can go to my Etsy channel, Etsy page, Etsy shop, and do some shopping. Yay! Buy your mom a reading, buy your friend a reading, buy your mom's friend a reading. It's great. Hope it helps. See you around. Bye. Hello, Group 3. How are we? Let's look at your cards. So I have this page of cards. Cards are the pentacles. Upside down. Showing you this eye again. Interesting. Upside down. Suddenly this axe is very prominent. Then I have your Seven of Swords. This is so cool. I like this card. Two of Swords, making decision. And then I have the Six of Cups, the Six of Pentacles. Comme ça. Really cool card. It's a very, very important concept in symbology or philosophy or religion. These two, usually have one pyramid and then a spiral going from, like the opposite, going from big to small, on this pyramid going the opposite. And that stands for, I can go really deep into this, but it's really cool. It's sort of, It's like the alpha and the omega kind of thing. It's like this is God's source. This is God, right? And if you at the top, that is God. The whole energy, that's God. And then when you go all the way down to the thinnest point, that's you. So it's like you're the furthest extension from God, right? Individualized. So God is everything, and then it splits up until you have you. And then, but you find yourself at the base of this bottom with, I'm getting stuck here. So for you, it's the opposite experience. You feel like you're the furthest extension of God. And then when you go up, when you individualize yourself, it seems like, because here it feels like you're part of the crowd. It's like you're one of 6 billion people, 7 billion people. And then when you individualize yourself, when you go to your maximum power, it's like you go back into this God energy. You come back, you join again. And it's the same story with Plato. Plato said, one of the first philosophers, he had this idea, and this is an idea that gets repeated throughout in a lot of philosophy and theory, is the idea that when we are born here, when we come here, we already know everything. So when we come here on earth and we're living our lives, when we see something for the first time, it's like we're recognizing it. Plato states that we already have the divine concept of everything, and we are recognizing it again when we're on earth. And that's sort of like why it's a simple example. It's sort of, let's say, a perfect straight line. We all have this image in our head of the perfect straight line or the perfect circle. We all can see that in our head, a perfect circle, and none of us can draw it. That's sort of the idea. And Plato says, like, how come we have this idea of a perfect circle in our head? Because it doesn't exist. Nobody can draw one, and yet we all see it in our head. So we have this concept already, and then in our lives, we're trying to, let's say you draw every day, try to draw a perfect circle. So in your life, you're trying to get closer to that ideal, closer to that perfect image. And you could say that all the straight lines that anybody has ever drawn in the whole history of man, it's like it's adding up to this perfection point. It's like it's trying to reach that one perfect straight line that doesn't exist. That's a theoretical concept. And I like the idea of when you come to, let's say there are many different planets or dimensions you could live in, and when you choose Earth, it's like you're choosing to, you already know everything, but it's like you come to a new place where everything gets built up in here in the material world. It's like you know the idea of a tree, but then you come here on Earth and you see what this dimension makes with that information. So you see how a tree looks like here, and it's different in every dimension. So every time you go somewhere, you have to rediscover things as you go along. That was a really long explanation. I don't know why I went there. I really don't know why I went there. We're going to see. What I'm getting here, guys, is that I'm kind of getting a relationship thing where there's somebody who doesn't want to, there's somebody who didn't want to invest in you, somebody didn't want to plan or put in the effort, somebody who just runs away, takes what he can get. So this is the thief card. But this could also be for me, the one night stand card, like hit it and quit it. Hit it and quit it. And then I have this Two of Swords, the decisions. Six of Cups, not sharing. Okay. I'm getting this idea here that this is about how to deal with going out, and that there are a lot of people who just want to have sex and don't want to invest in anything. Or it seems to be, especially in the gay culture, very important, very oversexed, and people just use a lot of drugs, have a lot of sex, group sex, orgies, whatever. Like there's no limit, there's no tomorrow. And that's fun for a little while, but it becomes very sad really quickly, because it's like, first of all, you meet this sort of world, you get a taste of it, and then after a long time, it's like you find yourself doing the same thing. You become one of those people who doesn't really plan or invest in anything, you just hit it and quit it. You don't really want to see. You don't really want to see what's right in front of you. You're just trying to get for yourself, and there's no sharing. There's no. It's a lot of taking. A lot of taking. People are just taking what they want, what they need. They're not looking at what does this other person need. Am I damaging them? Should I be more careful? Should I be more sensible? No. And it feels like in the gay world, especially with gay men, that this is normal, and you shouldn't expect anything more than this. So when you go out and you meet a guy and he wants to go home with you and have sex, it's like you're almost forced to go with this scenario and not expect anything more, because people are just really looking out for themselves. And I'm sorry to say, this is with gay men, it's terrible, because let's face it, these are men, and men are awful. And normally, and I think with straight people, you kind of have this luck that, yeah, men are awful and pigs, but they have to deal with a woman. So they have to adapt. They have to kind of play with this woman thing. So that man energy gets a little bit balanced there, right? But with gays, it feels like this this toxic masculinity is completely taking over. And it's weird, because gay guys should be more in touch with their feminine side, or that's how the stereotypes go. And I think that's why it is. I think because gay men for a long time have had this stigma of, you're not a real man, you're more of a woman, your brain is more like a woman, you're not good at sports, anything. So it's like gay men were not allowed to be real men. They were not real men. The world made that very clear to us, okay? And it's not true, and it has nothing to do with it, but the way you get treated as a gay man is terrible, okay? It's like you have to accept that you're just a different man, you're not a real man. The way media then projects it to you, the way the world is showing it to you, especially when I was young, because you only had these flamboyant people on TV, so those were the gay guys. And you had all these examples of gay guys that were just adding to this image of gay people are weird and different, and they act different. So I think a lot of gay men have kind of given up on fighting for that, and at the same time there's this compensation. So a lot of gay men are acting like small boys. They're all acting like, I'm a tough boy and I don't have to look at anybody, I can get what I want. And I get that, because also for a lot of gay people, when you start going out, or no, when you come out of the closet, when you're young, you stay in the closet for a couple of years, it's difficult, and you have to step out, you have to make it known, and then you have to go find that for yourself. And that's difficult. It's already like your puberty is on delay. So for a lot of gay men, they find themselves in their 20s, their 30s, catching up, and also having to deal with very immature emotions. And I think through a sort of overcompensation, these gay men are being blind that they're very toxic in their masculinity, because they think because they're gay, it's like they can't be toxic masculine, this toxic masculine figure. So they're a bit blind for what they're doing. And it is really not good. It is really not good. It's not fun to go out, and I feel the same. It's like I can connect with everybody for sex, but I can't connect with anybody for something more. or they connect, but especially with drugs. We take ecstasy, we take coke, GHB, whatever, and these are all things that make us feel confident, feel very good, feel very empathetic, right? These are things that make us more the real person that we really are, without the fears, without the anxiety or the social blocks. So we become very free, very confident, and then the next day people shut down again. And I feel there's a problem that there's no remorse for this. It's people just taking what they want, leaving like a thief in the night. Next day we go on to the next sex party and we start all over again, and that's fine, right? And I'm sorry to say it's not fine, because this is fun for a little while, but after a while, what happens is you end up doing this and you just enter this world where everybody's doing this, and you just keep meeting yourself. People who don't care about you, who don't want to invest in you, who just want to take from you, who just want to look out for themselves. And okay, now I get this card. There's this problem that occurs also with straight people. It's never enough. It's never enough. Every night again, go looking. And then you meet a really nice person and you really like them, and still there's this hunger. It's never enough. I have to go out again. You want to find another person, you want to find a bigger dick, or the next adventure. There's no rest. It's always like moving on, moving on, moving on. Even with these sex parties, I think you'll see it. It's like a lot of these guys go to sex parties and it's never enough. There are 7, 8 people there, beautiful people. It's not enough. They need more drugs. They need to go on to the next sex party. At that sex party with 7, 8 people around them having sex, they're still on the Grindr dating app looking around. It's never enough. And I'm sorry to say, but that feeling is not going to go away. There's no satisfying that. There's no saturation. The problem of it's never enough is you were never enough. So you keep looking for this outside, and you keep going, you keep going, you keep going, and it's never enough. And it's never going to stop until you... Oh, the music start again. Great. It's not going to stop until you deal with your insecurities, and that you don't feel enough. You don't feel enough. You feel like you're never enough. And this drugs kind of is a trap, because with the drugs, we kind of feel like we're enough, but not really. Because deep down, it's like, tomorrow it's gonna be gone again. So it's like, we're constantly looking for the next fix, because the next high, then we feel good again, we have sex again, we feel kind of good again, and then it fades away again, right? And you need to deal with it when it fades away, when you're feeling sad, when you're feeling not enough, when you're feeling insecure, when you need to deal with that. You need to really go deep and deal with that, or this is just going to be an ongoing story. And I'm sorry to say that it's fun for a while. I'm not judging anybody. Go be a slut, whatever you want. I've done it. I've had an amazing time. However, when you keep doing this and you open your eyes, you realize that this is sad, and that everybody's just abusing their bodies, abusing other people's bodies, to fill a hole that can be filled. Oh yeah, this is the hole that can be filled. And it's never enough. That's why I told this story in the beginning. It's like you are trying to reach a concept that doesn't exist. You're trying to find the perfect line, to draw the perfect circle, and it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen because you have this weird standard of yourself, or it's more like this. It's more like you see all these, you see outside of you in the world, and you see perfect circles, and you want that because you think that you're an ugly circle, or that there's something wrong with you, and because you keep moving into the world with thinking, these people have something, I want it, I want to come closer to it. But that's just not how it works. When you keep reaching for it in the outside world, you're just going to keep reaching for it. This thing has to come from inside of you. This perfect circle has to come from inside of you, and it's inside of you. It's you came with it. You have to. You have to expect a lot more when it comes to feeling confident, when it comes to feeling good about yourself, okay? Expect a lot more. When you don't like yourself, when you're insecure like this, you're not supposed to let that drag on. You're not supposed to live with that. You're supposed to fix that, because that's not how you're supposed to feel. And I'm going to say it one more time. When you take these drugs, when you take ecstasy, GHB, and you feel really good, you feel really confident, you feel really excited about life, that's the real you. That is the real you, okay? And you need to find that person without these drugs. It's a help. It's a push in the back, but you need to get to that person yourself. And to all those people out there who go out and then the next day they say, oh, me on the drugs, that's not the real me, or that wasn't real. You're lying to yourself, and you really are hurting yourself, because that was the real you, and the you that feels shitty, that feels ashamed and feels doubtful and feels insecure, that's not the real you. Don't accept that. Stop thinking that. You're supposed to feel that good, and you're supposed to feel that confident. And if you don't, you need to work on it, and it's possible, and you need to expect a lot more. And I'm telling you now, when you work on this, might take a while, but when you work on this and you go out again, oh my God, that is fun. That is a lot of fun. That is feeling good. That is good sex. That is not that. And then you're gonna also come into situations where there's reciprocity, where you're giving to a person and they're giving to you, and we're both giving without expecting anything else, because you like to give, because you have a lot to give. It really gets a lot better, guys, if you're in this circle of always looking for the next thing, always going on the app, looking for the next fix. You need to stop getting in front of that and say, okay, I need to deal with the bigger issue, because this is just gonna go on and on. It's not gonna get better. It's not gonna get better until you deal with yourself. Look how their eyes are all closed. This is like, look, this is you, drugged, moving to the next sex party. This is you not looking, you've stabbed your eyes in. And yeah, this guy is kind of dead. Like, this is the hole inside of you, so you're also not looking at part. And this is maybe the last point I want to give you is, when you feel this hole inside yourself, when you're this unhappy with yourself, when you're this unhappy inside, you are not seeing the world right. You are not seeing other people right. You're not seeing yourself right. You are seeing other people bigger than they are, more beautiful than they are, and you're doing the opposite to yourself. You are living in an illusion. Your eyes are not open, right? You're not seeing what is really out there, because this thing inside of you is taking up all your attention, and it's only going to get bigger, okay? Really, like, deal with that gutting feeling inside of you and deal with it once and for all. It's possible, it only gets better, and you have no idea how good you can feel and how confident you can be. And then you're gonna open your eyes and the world's gonna look better. You're gonna look better, other people are gonna not look so intimidating, and they're gonna look nicer, and the world has a lot more opportunities. And also you're gonna not feel this pressure anymore of, I have to go out, I have to find this, I have to compensate. It goes away, and a lot of space comes available and energy to do other things. But really, don't, like, if you're in this, don't be hard on yourself, because this is a struggle that a lot of gay people have to deal with. This is a consequence. These are still the repercussions of years of suppression and hate, and people telling you that you should be ashamed for what you do and that you have to hide it. And then, so we can't really blame gay men or women for being so over the top or being so out of control, because that is a consequence that we're all still dealing with. And that's also the problem, is if we could all just snap out of this and see how bad we're all suffering and say, oh, the gay scene is suffering. Those are all unhappy people trying to catch up and trying to find a place to belong. And when everybody's running around just fucking each other without their eyes open, that's not a place where you're gonna feel like you belong. The opposite, it's gonna feel a place where you get used and you feel devalued. And that's the sad thing. You become gay, you go out, meet other gay people, you're supposed to feel at home, you're supposed to find your family, you're supposed to find people who support you and who help you out. Not a bunch of gangbangers who wanna put another fist somewhere and take a lot more drugs, okay? It's really sad, because I don't know. you're supposed to feel community, and that's completely not the case anymore. And I think gay people, it's getting worse. I think gay people are coming down on themselves really hard. It's like it's collapsing, and we're becoming our own worst enemy. It's like we're all blaming each other. Oh, you're too feminine, or you're too this, or you hate this, you hate transgenders, you're not doing this. We're all attacking each other. For what? It's ridiculous. Because there are a lot of unhappy people in the gay community who still have to deal with a lot of issues, and they're running around thinking they have the answers and thinking they escaped from something, and they didn't, and then they're forcing that on other people, and then a lot of projection happens. Oh me, oh my. This is a difficult subject. This is difficult to put in a small picky card. So if you have questions or confusions, comment me, please. If you want private readings, I have an email address, an Etsy shop. All the information is down below. I hope to hear from you or see some business. And if not, I will see you in another pick a card, and have a wonderful day. Bye. Woo, group 4, hello, how are we? I'm just gonna move on from group 3. I wanna keep going. That was intense. Maybe I should do this before I start group 4, then I don't have to drag you into this. But okay, we're here. So, hello group 4. Let's look at your cards. This is the first card you have, the Hangman. This voice in my head is like, it's upside down. So it's not the Hangman, it's just the man. That was funny. I'm tired, sorry. 10 of Curses. That's the 10 of Cups. Yeah. This looks like this Donnie Darko character. You know that movie? It's an old movie, an old indie movie. How is this the 10 of? I love that they named the cups emotions curses. Makes a lot more sense to me. Okay. That was a weird card. And then I have for you the 7 of Beasts, 7 of Wands, and it's upside down as well. And then I have the last card is the Queen of Curses, the Queen of Cups. A really cool card. Normally the Queen of Cups is passive, sitting there, like go with the flow, intuition. She's kicking some ass. I like that. Reminds me of that scene from Yennefer of The Witcher in the Netflix show where she unleashes all her anger. Okay, and that's already the first thing I want to say here. Considering the Queen of Cups, you know, going with the flow, being passive, I think we need to realize that going with the flow also means letting out anger if it comes to you. Going with the flow means letting things flow. So if there's anger inside of you, if there is grief inside of you, you have to let that flow. So this Queen of Cups is not always a serene character. She's in her emotions, so she doesn't fear from them. So she's letting it out. Interesting. Okay, so group 4, I think where you're at is, I think you've been the hanged man, waiting, looking at things, thinking about things. You don't really don't want to be that anymore. I think you know what you want. I think you have enough information, you just want to go. You've been passive enough, in a sense, you want to move on. You know what you want. I think that's what it's about. I think there was a period of where you were kind of re-examining the 10 of Cups images. Like, what is my ideal scenario? What partner am I looking for? Or what is the outcome? Like, what am I going for? What am I hoping for? I feel like you're getting back on track with that. However, looking at your 10 of Cups, so it's like, okay, I know what I want, and then you look at it and it freaks you out, it scares you, or it paralyzes you. Because then I have the 7 of Wands, which would be like defending your position, holding on, and it's not. They're not holding on. And then the last card, this Queen of Curses, I think is the solution here. Okay, this is a short message. It's gonna be easy. So you know what you want. You don't want to wait there anymore. You don't want to hang there anymore. But oh, okay. I'm getting something else. Wait. This is getting deeper. Okay. Same story, but it's a bit of a deeper level here. You know what you want, however, this is more of an energy of, I just want to go, I just want to move on. Not per se with the 10 of Cups you have in your head, with that ideal scenario. It's not like you're saying, all right, I know what I want, let's go. No, it's more like you're saying, I want this, but I don't want to hang here anymore. I don't know how to do about this. I don't want to be thinking about this anymore. Thinking about what you really want, thinking about, or what maybe you did want, or what you wanted in the beginning, because I think that's something that a lot of us experience. What we really want, what we really want, was something that we couldn't have, and that's something that causes us a lot of pain. So even thinking about that causes us pain again. So we all end, not all of us, but a lot of us end up in the situation where we're actually going for second best. And this is really far repressed, because these things that we really wanted were dreams. And especially when you're gay, let's say you're a young gay child, you have these expectations and these desires, and then the first thing you have to learn is that's kind of not possible, because not everybody's gay, by the way, and you're weird for being gay, and being gay means this and this, and it means that you have to do this and this. And it's like those first ideas, those first desires you have get kind of pushed aside, and it's like you have to adjust what you really want. So you're adjusting, and then you end up you end up going for something that you want, you think you want, but it's not really what you want. It's like the B plan. I think you were being confronted here with what you really want. I think you were going for plan B, and that put you in the position of having to think, actually I don't want plan B. Actually what I really want is plan A. However, right now you're in a phase of just being sad about this. It's like you realize this. It's like, oh, actually this is what I really want, isn't it? Because at the same time you're not confident about this. You don't feel there's anger, there's bitterness. It's almost like plan A. You have this attitude of, I don't want it anymore. Whatever, like, why would I want it anymore? It's almost like you want to be different. You want to be changed, so you don't want that anymore, kind of. But we can't unwant something, so that's difficult. But there is this fact of, let's say you have this dream 10, 20 years, after a while you're gonna change, and maybe this is not what you want anymore. But that's a bit of a bullshit you're trying to tell yourself, to talk yourself out of this, because this is really what you want, and realizing this is a bit of a difficult pill to swallow. You don't know how to fight for it, you don't know how to defend for it. Or when you get it, you don't know how to keep it. Or you don't know how to stand up for yourself, how to fight for this, what you want. Or maybe this idea, you're not defending it anymore. Maybe the real idea of what you want or what you really want, it's like you're giving up on it. You're giving up on it. Or you want to give up on it. Or let's say you had a bad experience. Like you went for what you wanted, you had a bad experience, and it's like making you say, you know what, this is not what I want anymore. I can't handle it anymore. It's too painful. Something like this. Or you're just angry. And this is what needs to happen. You're in a very difficult yet crucial stage that is very important, because it is it feels painful. It feels like we're being forced to look at something that we can't have. And we're sick of that, because being gay is a lot of wanting what you can't have and having to adjust yourself and adapt yourself and make it happen yourself and go find it yourself, and everything is different, and you really have to make your own rules. None of the normal rules apply, so that's already something that gay people have to deal with, and it sucks. It's really a lot of work, a lot more work than people give us credit for, right? You really need to gather the courage here and just accept that what is happening here. Okay, just say something like, I think this is what I really want, but I am what happened made me really sad, or I don't think I can have it, or thinking about this makes me really sad, or I think I want this but I'm not sure anymore. I really am not sure anymore. Or when you think about what you want, you only can think about the last time, you only can think about your ex, and it just like stinks up the place. It's like you're giving it away. It's like you can only think about this bad experience. It's like whatever, you can have it or something. You need to be very brave here and just keep this, react to it, think about it what you want, but stop talking yourself out of it. Stop forcing yourself to not want it. Just leave it there. Just leave it hanging. Go back into this hangman mode. In a way. You're trying to get out of it, but I think you need to accept what you really want and be brave enough to say it. And that can feel shitty. It's like, I think I really want that, and it's just not happening. And I'm so sick of being disappointed that way, and it hurts so much. And I just want to have fun or whatever. But be honest. Be honest. Don't force yourself. Don't lie to yourself. And what needs to happen is this. You need to go with the flow in yourself. You need to tap into that flow and release this anger, this gall, this frustration that you had. You need to get it out. You need to rant about this. You need to maybe not even talk to people about this, but let this out. Let this anger about not this confusion or this pain or this the things not working out, or that you can't have what you want. Let all that anger, let all that frustration out. Get angry. Stop being so passive. Stop trying to make it okay. Stop saying, oh well, like it's you can't always get what you want, or we all have to make it's not a perfect world, or everybody's struggling, right? Nobody gets no, like stop doing that to yourself. You're trying to make it okay. You're trying to make it okay that you can't get what you want and that it hurts. And that's not good, because that's for sure how you're not going to get what you want. You need to let this out. And with that letting out, good things are gonna happen. With this, when you let this out, when you purge this 10 of Cups image is gonna, there's so much emotions hanging. There's so much fear, anger, repulsion, all this bad mojo hanging around your ideal scenario. You need to purge that so that can become clean again, so that can become yours again, so that you can dream again about this. But you need to get this gall out, right? You really need to do this, because it's like you're just saying like, oh well, whatever, I'll just do it. That's not the right answer, because that's gonna just give you a lot of the same of, oh well, I guess it's not for me, I guess it's not gonna happen. You're talking yourself into a sad life right now, and you need to do this. You need to do a Yennefer. If you don't know what that is, watch The Witcher. It's a really good show. It's amazed me. Henry Cavill does a lot better job than I thought he would, and I'm kind of having a crush for him, so that's a separate thing. I love that game as well, The Witcher. But the Yennefer story is really cool. You need to let it out. That means going with the flow. This is the flow you're in right now. This is what's inside of you. It doesn't feel good. And it feels even worse. This doesn't feel good. You're already hurting, and you're making yourself hurt a lot more by saying you're not going to fight for your dreams. You're not going to fight anymore. You're giving it up. It's like abandoning yourself. It's like, let's say you have a child and he wants to be a professional basketball player. And after a while, it becomes harder and harder, and he has this big goal of going in the NBA or whatever, and after a while it becomes farther out of reach or more difficult, and you could come to a stage where this young person is saying like, oh, this dreaming about being in the NBA is just making me sad. It's not gonna happen, it's getting farther away, now I got an injury, whatever. So that's painful, this child is hurting. If you then go to that child and say, let's give up, you should probably quit, you should probably let it go, you should probably adjust your expectations. You just killed that child's dreams, because he doesn't need this, somebody to come say maybe we need to give it up. He's already thinking that. And besides, if you come say like maybe you should give it up, you're telling him or her, you're probably right for that it's not going to happen. You're probably right for that you shouldn't expect so much. You're not that good a basketball player. I don't believe in you. That's what you're saying. And that's what you're saying to yourself. I don't believe in you. I don't believe you deserve this. It's like double hurting yourself here. You're already hurting. Join that. Go to that person. Give him a hug saying, no. This was bad, I'm sorry, but you're still gonna get what you want. It's still possible. Don't let these things stop you. Keep fighting for what you want. That's the advice you need. That's what you need to do to yourself. And I get the reflex of being in this pain or seeing somebody in this pain and wanting them to just maybe move on and make the best of it. But look, if you have to give up what you really want and make the best of it, it's not going to be very good. You're going to get depressed. You can't unwant this, so stop even trying. This is the same person, guys. Look. Like the one that you're burning here. It's like this Queen of Cups is obliterating all this anxiety or all this fear, or maybe like this is somebody's influence. This is somebody that made this scenario or that made you look like this was such a freaky thing or such a bad thing. You need to incinerate that person, those ideas, get them off of your dream, get them off of your ideal scenario, get them off of your mood board, okay? They don't belong there, they have no say in it. Don't let people make you believe that what you want is impossible because they don't believe it, okay? And a lot of people are out there who will do this. They will come to you and think like, oh, you want this amazing thing, but they don't believe it, so they're gonna make sure that they drag you down to their level, that they're gonna adjust your expectations, because it's painful for them that you dream this big and they don't, right? So watch out what you share with people, whose advice you buy, don't ask too many people about this. Is this okay? Is this what I want? Will I get it? No, because the more you ask people, the more you let them interfere, the more you're gonna just make yourself doubt. You need to, some things you need to keep close to your chest, your deep desires, your deep dreams, because other people are just going to, I want to say some bad swear words here, but they piss all over it. They're just going to put their insecurities, put their stuff on it, and it's not yours. Don't give up on your dreams, Group 4. Even though it's painful, but it's hope that makes it happen. It has to start somewhere, and start with imagining again. Try to get close to that. You don't have to think. Try by imagining small things in your head that make you feel good, that you like. Don't go too far. Build it up again. Build up that confidence again. Also, the world doesn't have to bring you this ideal scenario right away. And also, this ideal scenario can change, but it can change while you move closer and closer to it. And you define better what you want. This is not a one goal thing. This is a story of you getting to where you want, to getting closer to what you like. This is not it needs to be that house and that car and that partner or I'm not going to be happy. No, this is a dream that you move close to and that can change, that can alter. And there are a lot of nice things along the way to that dream. That's what you need to focus on. Don't try to talk yourself into expecting too great things. You can want it, but start small. Say, I really want this, I'm gonna hope for it, and life is going to bring me there. And that will happen. And watch The Witcher. Okay. If you want private readings or more questions, my email and other information is in the description box. Feel free to contact me or leave a comment. That would be nice. Like, share, subscribe. That would also be nice. And have a really nice day. That's for you. You can do that to yourself. I already told the other groups I'm very awkward in the intros and outros, so here we are. I'm sorry. Thank you, group 4. Hope it helped. Have a nice day. Bye.